There's a lot of talk about school choice, options for education, and a plethora of other things. There's a lot of discussion now, as you know, with a lot of pending changes in our administration, education, and the new secretary potentially being confirmed.
Well, Reverend Derek, Betsy has spent her life in this arena to see to it that poor children have options. When you talk about what has happened in the public school arena and what has broken down is competition. This is why we're in the dilemma that we are. We need school options, and if you don't have a good education, your chances to live in poverty have skyrocketed. If we want people not to live in poverty in this country, they need school choice.
Wow, that's phenomenal. What about you, Gerard? Do you think, and that's a great question, Star, in terms of, or a great response, because do you think that if we bring competitiveness into our school systems, that it's going to destabilize the public school structure?
The answer is no, and the first place I would take a look is Milwaukee. So Milwaukee is home to the first urban-based voucher program going back to the 1990s. And so in 1990, they said if we introduce vouchers, and at this time it was for low-income kids, it's going to destroy the Milwaukee public school system. Now, in 1990, you had over 100,000 students in Milwaukee public schools and a budget of about $937 million. Fast forward to 2016, the population of students has gone from 100,000 to nearly 70,000. And yet the budget has gone from $937 million to over $1 billion. Enrollment and the budget. At the same time, you have approximately 28,000 kids in the voucher program. All the fears and concerns about what it will do negatively to a public school system simply hasn't happened in Milwaukee, and even in DC, where we have the Opportunity Scholarship Program, we've seen growth.
And we're going to have that opportunity, I believe, with Mrs. DeVos leading the Department of Education, because she has looked at these situations. She has worked in these communities to make sure that children have these types of options so that the poor student gets to compete, gets an opportunity to learn how to read and how to write and how to do math.
That's a great start, because one of the things that have been, and I'll direct this back to you, one of the things that have been said is maybe a critique on Betsy DeVos is, well, you know, she spent so much time trying to help underprivileged kids and trying to really help them with their educational plot. I don't find that as a critique at all. I find that as something that's good.
You got to be.
What do you think about that?
Well, the teachers union are trying to make this case. They're saying, all right, here you have this billionaire woman who's spending her billions of dollars helping poor students. This is not good. Really? When did this not become good? While that same teachers union is spending $33 million to interrupt elections to keep children trapped in failing schools. You know, it's the only business that government is only business that doesn't change the way that it's been doing business for 50 years. And most other businesses in the competitive world change over time. They serve the market.